On the tee from the United States of America, the Back Nine Bros. Starting in three, two, one.
What's up, everybody? We're back. We're here. It's another week on the B9B. We got Drewby, we got Coop, myself, and we're gonna get a late pop in from the Bo himself. We've got four of the five here, so it's gonna be a good one. Yeah, it's technically our first official live recording on YouTube. I mean, this is awesome. I guess you guys got to see the David Ford one earlier today, but this is the first one that's going to be posted live. So glad you guys are enjoying the content, and we're happy to be providing it for you. But guys, we finished up the Sanderson last week, and now we're moving on to the Shriners. But Drewby, did you get to watch any of Sanderson?
I did watch a little bit of it. What does CPB mean?
It's club at Pelican Bay. Family, friends, and member down there, down in Naples, Florida.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
know of it.
yeah. Let me hop in. I watched probably the last few hours of the final round at the Sanderson. Oh my God, it was chaos. Feel absolutely terrible for Brent Griffin. Had it in the bag and just kind of slowly lost it. But then Carl Yuan on 17. Oh my God, putting the pressure on him. A five-way playoff. You never see that. And credit to Luke List making probably what, a 50-foot putt. Wow. That
Yeah.
was awesome. Like wraparound seasons here, and there's always something to see.
Yeah.
I don't know what's with his hat. I thought his hat was kind of strange, but good win for him. I feel like not to categorize him, but this is like a tournament for a guy like him to win. I don't know why. Like a guy in that category, you keep your card for 2 more years and kind of win an event like this. He's been great for a long time. I remember him in the playoff at the Honda, and just a great golf swing. Always been a good putter, and good for him. That's crazy. I love like the fact that yes, it's a lower level event and not as many people are going to watch it, but the fact that we had a 5-man playoff, like that's
Mhm.
awesome. You're going to generate more viewers from that. I thought that the scores were obviously low because they're usually low, but that golf course, watching some of it, like there are some like parts of that golf course that are difficult, and it just proves how good these guys are. I remember watching Ben Griffin in the final round hit a shot out of the rough, and it was like just inches away from falling down this fall off behind the flag. But no, I think it's an underrated golf course. It's an underrated tournament, and I'm glad that it had such a good finish because it got kind of the attention that it deserved. Because a lot of wraparound events really don't get much attention. We're in football season, hockey season's just starting up. We got the MLB playoffs, so yeah, it was a great tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew, you're right. Drew, you're right on that with how how tough that course is set up. It was set up pretty weird too, especially on that 18th hole. It seemed like there was really no room for error behind that green there, behind that green and by that grandstand. It seemed like a lot of people were taking relief from the grandstand, chipping up there on the 18th hole, especially on Sunday with that pin position. Um, but it's good. I think I got some good eyes on it, especially when I was roaming around on Twitter that I think 10 people were within two shots of each other towards the end. And I'm actually looking at the I was looking at the earnings earlier today. List won over $1 million, like 1.5 million. Second place, the four guys in the playoff only won 500,000. So oh my God, that meant a ton to them, especially for guys that aren't at the top of the money list. This is really something I always talk about. I always talk about momentum going into the next year. This obviously helps. And hey, a little bit of money before Christmas too.
You sound like Paul Azinger talking about how much putts are going to be worth coming down the stretch. He's saying, okay, this is a $200,000 putt if he misses this. So that's what that kind of reminded me of a little bit. I know Drewby's smirking over there.
Yeah, Azinger and his money comments. But no, that's one of the cases that I actually wouldn't have minded it because I mean you got to split second place 4 ways. So this is kind of where it actually is significant in my eyes. But yeah, it was a great week. I don't think we could be we can go further without discussing the Corn Ferry finals too. I know we had
And
something.
we got to talk about Ludwig, though. Old
Of
Bear.
course. Of
Yep.
course.
I mean,
I
that
don't know
was
if you guys saw though quickly. I hate to jump back and forth, but I guess we can because there's two significant events. The 2-shot penalty that Shad Tootin was assessed, he should have gotten his card, and he was assessed a 2-shot penalty on the 15th or 16th hole, I believe. They're playing lift clean in place. He picks up his ball, he puts it back. Originally, what I had thought had happened and what I had originally read was that, as you guys know, once you put your ball back down and lift clean in place, it's back in play. So originally what they had thought is he picked it up twice, but that wasn't the case. He put his ball back down, it moved. So he had to replace it, and he replaced it, but he still replaced it 2 inches away from where it originally was. So he got screwed over and ended up not getting inside the top 30. I feel like something like that happens every single year. There's always some sort of wild scenario like that. It's just a weird situation because I heard it was a rules official was actually, they were following that group because obviously it was on the bubble, guys to get their full card, and they saw it and they wouldn't have seen it had they not even been watching it. They eliminated the whole concept. I know it's famous of people calling in that are watching on TV, so that doesn't exist anymore. But it's unfortunate, and it's kind of a weird scenario because it's like, when do you tell them? Do you tell them like right when it happened? Like, do you tell them? Imagine he makes a putt on 18. He's like, "Oh, I got my card," and then he gets in scoring, and they're like, "Oh, 2-shot penalty." Like it's unfortunate, but I feel like something like that happens every single year.
Yeah, I remember you texted me that link, and I couldn't believe what I heard. I mean, that happened something like that. I forget who it was, but it happened. It was something in that same sort of concept happened. I don't know if it was Corn Ferry or PGA, but something like that happened. But anywho, yeah, tough break. But rules are rules. Unfortunately, guys, I don't know if you guys have ever been DQ'd in a tournament before. I have, for playing the wrong tee box. My whole group, we played the wrong tee box, and it was like technically our playoff event for the New Jersey Junior Tour. I was actually in contention, hole 12 in the first round, and played the wrong tee box. Made our putts, and found out once you hit your tee shot in the next hole, eliminated. So that was that. Tough break, but is what it is.
Remember when
also,
real quick, Coop, I'm sorry. That reminded me. Remember when Spieth and Stenson were playing together at the Hero and they both played the wrong tee box? Remember that? That was like 3 years ago. That was funny. They were the first group out and they were both playing like trash and they both played the wrong tee box. That just reminded me of that. I don't know why.
DQ'd?
No, they were just assessed penalties.
2-shot. They must have not teed off in the next hole.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. But I also saw something. One of the guys hit lipped out on 18 to lose his tour card. That he thought he lost his tour card, and towards the end he found out. Who was that?
It might have been. Was it Rafael Campos or someone?
Could have been. I think he was the
He was
last.
right. I think he was number 30. So
Yeah, you're right about that. I'm just looking through the list right here. Obviously, former Back Nine Bros guest Scott Kucheski got his card. Congratulations to him. Shout out. And then just looking through the list, some names that were really on top of the leaderboards throughout the Corn Ferry. Obviously, Ben Coles is number one. Pearson Coody seemed like he was up there a lot. Paul Barjon. Barone.
But it was both Coody brothers, right?
both Coody.
Both Coodys made it. All right, good. Adrian Dumont de Chessard. Love him. Love saying his name. So you guys obviously know more than me. Who do you think from this class of tour cards do you think is going to make an immediate impact next year on tour?
Real quick, also, who did you say? Ben Coles?
Yeah.
I just think it's like stuff like this. I know we had another tournament as well, but like it's so awesome. Like you see all this stuff from the Corn Ferry Instagram. There's a video of both the Coody brothers FaceTiming their mom and literally crying. Like I just love stuff like this. I know like I and who served in the military and stuff like that. If I had to pick someone that's probably gonna contend out of all of it, obviously Cole's just because of how well he played throughout the year. But I like Scott Kucheski to play well. I think he's been back and forth, but I think that I don't know if he'll necessarily win, but I think he'll definitely keep his card for more than 1 year just because he was back on the tour so recently and he's kind of experienced it and he's a veteran. I think that we see him play really well this next upcoming year.
I like it.
I agree too. And just real quick, the Alfred Dunhill championship this past weekend too. Matt Fitzpatrick winning that. Didn't even didn't even think he was playing, but good for him too. Coming out
54
of
holes, right?
54 holes, coming out of the Ryder Cup, just playing super well there. And then another guy playing super well too, made to the playoff, Ludwig Aberg. So
Yes, sir.
Bear. Ludwig
Bear.
Aberg, the beer, drink a beer. I don't fucking know.
Dude, I thought he was going to be able to get it done. I thought once he got in that playoff, I thought this is it. He's getting his win.
How good is that guy at golf though? It's just
Unbelievable.
ridiculous. He just like plays in the Ryder Cup as a rookie, literally just out of college, goes back, whole different time zone, probably doesn't even play that many practice rounds, makes it to a playoff, playing again this week at Shriners. I mean, it's just incredible.
That's insane.
It's just like when is the win gonna come on the PGA Tour? It's just like, so do you think it's wraparound or next calendar year?
I don't think it's this week because I think he's too tired, but I think
Yeah.
it's next calendar year, and I think it's a
Yeah.
significant event. I think the first one comes at a significant event. I don't think it's. A
I could see Farmers. I could see that.
like a elevated or significant event that's well known.
Yeah. You look like you're thinking there, Coop.
I like the Farmers. I want to say Waste Management, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I haven't seen him under intense pressure.
Or the Classic at the Palm Beaches.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, like a tournament like that, or Puerto Rico. Like I could see him winning one of those.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, who won that last year? Nico Echeverria?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, look. Any of those. I mean, over under, how many tour wins do you think he's getting? 15? We'll put that at the over under.
Over. I think he wins at least 3 majors.
Really? Okay. I could see it.
I think the first.
Yeah, I'm taking the over too.
I think
that would
the
be
first
the winningest Swede of all time as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
How many does Stenson have?
Just one.
No, tour wins? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
10?
Jesper,
8?
Jesper
8?
Parn, Jesper
Anywhere
Parnevik,
from 8 to 10.
Jesper Parnevik,
Freddie Jacobson.
Jacobson.
Yeah, people like that.
But,
Jonas Blixt.
Jonas has 3.
Yeah. No, I think
Benson
that
has the major though. That's
Yeah.
this is an extreme hot take and it's way ahead of its time, but I think that Ludwig's first major is a Masters. So I'm gonna throw that out there.
Ooh.
I'm going to go his first major is a PGA.
Who knows?
Next year's British.
That's where you're going?
3 different picks. There you go.
Okay.
Well,
Bo comes on, he'll say US Open.
Probably.
not to move on, but we got a lot to talk about this week at the Shriners. We got Lexi teeing it up with a friend of the pod and Kevin Roy, Trevor below. I mean,
featured group.
That I just love the golf course. I've always loved the golf course, so it's an exciting week. I love that 17th hole, so it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, you love all burnt golf courses, so it's all nice. The rough is all dormant, all brown.
I also like, as you know, on this pod, we love lower level players that are just grinding. I just appreciate the wraparound events so much more than the big time events. So
that too.
Yeah.
I just
Coop,
love
when is your boy Bronson Burgoon getting back out there, man? I've been itching to see his name.
Well, it seems like he's just going to be on the Corn Fair for the next 5 years or something like that. He can't catch a break.
I don't know, dude. I mean, it seemed like he only played like 5 events this past year on the Corn Fair.
Slowly getting back in. Who knows? But my other boy, Austin Eckroat, he's playing this week. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's going to be one of your picks?
Maybe he does. I can't even fucking talk. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't.
We'll have to find out. But yeah, no, it's going to be a great week. I mean, actually, a decent amount of notables in the field, I must say.
Real quick before we get into next week, another thing that I saw today that I feel like also happens every year. Ben On suspended.
Yeah.
Takes a foreign substance that's he didn't know was illegal on tour in his home country and had a cold, takes a medicine that his mom recommends. Turns out it has a foreign substance that's illegal on the tour in it. I feel like stuff like that happens every year too. So feel bad for Ben On, a golf swing that I love. I've always loved his golf swing. So I think his suspension is till December 1st. So that's another thing that happened today that I feel like happened this past week that I feel like happens every year too. So yeah, just
And then
another
one last thing that's I think is massive in the golf world. Live Golf not getting the official World Golf Ranking points. That's a massive deal. Let's see, obviously down the road, if and when this merger happens, do they just jump ship? Like I have no idea what they're gonna end up doing.
Maybe they'll give the Indoor Golf League official World Golf Ranking points.
Just out of spite.
Well, Bryson came out and said he wants top 12 guys on Live to be in majors, or something like that, right?
Yeah. I think that I guess we could talk about this a little bit. I think they deserve world ranking points. I know you guys are going to strongly disagree because maybe I know Matt will strongly disagree. I don't know about you, Coop. But I mean, Bryson shoots 58. Like, it's no fluke. Like, they deserve the Taylor Gooch playing well all year, DJ winning event, Harold winning event. The guys still play in tournaments with guys that, yes, I know maybe they're not trying as hard because they don't have to play as many events a year. They deserve world ranking points. I'm not saying they deserve a ton of world ranking points, like the same as a tour event, but you can't tell me they shouldn't get the same world ranking points as someone who plays in a high level Corn Ferry event or even like the Sanderson Farms. Let's give them world ranking points for tournaments that are equal to wraparound events on the PGA Tour. That's my stance on that. Just thought I'd put that out there.
I agree. And the same courses too that you would see in a wraparound event. They played at the Greenbrier this year, and that hosted a wraparound event the last, I think, couple years, and an actual main season event. For year after year after year. So it's the caliber of course isn't the question. They played at Doral as well, or they're playing at Doral. I don't know when they're doing that.
Trump Bedminster was really tough too.
Bedminster's tough. Honestly, there was a senior PGA at Trump DC. Like it's not about the course. I think what really matters at the end of the day is the amount of rounds they're playing. 3 rounds it's a valid argument. It doesn't seem like it's true championship golf. It just I think adding the next 18 holes, that final round, kind of puts that championship label on it. So it's tough. I think they deserve it because, again, there's some of the best golfers in the world, and they prove that there's major winners on there. It's really tough.
The problem is also there's a lot of factors working against them. The fact that you have the team BS. I don't think there should be any World Golf Ranking points if you win it as a team, obviously. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The fact that they have a shotgun start, the fact that they're only playing
that also.
The fact that there's music blasting in the background of all their putts and everything. There's a lot of factors. Yeah, there's a lot of factors working against them. I think more in the beginning when it first happened, a lot of people like myself would disagree and say they don't deserve world ranking points because they basically sold out and just went there. But now as it's gone on and as the drama's kind of calmed down, I think that they deserve it. My stance has changed, like I'm sure many other people's has. So that's what I think.
I mean, we can go back and forth on this, but
we know your opinion.
I don't even need to get into it. We've gone over it so many times. It's just we're going to go back in circles. So, I mean, look, I kind of want to just dive into Shriners. I mean, I've got a bunch of names I'm ready to toss out for you guys, and names I think are actually going to legitimately have a chance to win. But
I think another thing we have to add to our picks that we usually do is a prediction for Lexi Thompson as well.
Of course. I mean, we could start with that. I mean, look, I'm a fan of Lexi. Hey, look who we got joining.
Who it is, Mr. Richmond himself.
What's up, fellas? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got
it. Hear you.
It seems like you're out.
What am I missing?
People? What's going on here?
No, I was family back home, so I didn't want to crash that. So I thought I'd log on to the bros.
Well, happy you're on. Good to see you, brother.
We're happy to have you.
You made it just in time for our Shriners picks are about to start here.
All right, yeah, this is my favorite tournament of the year, so I'm excited.
Absolutely, we're talking about Lexi right now. What we're thinking?
Isn't Lexi playing?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So,
in a good way.
Yeah.
Hey, just real quick thoughts. Just 30 seconds or less. Thoughts on last week's tournament, that 5-way playoff.
Stick tournament, stick playoff. I wish it went more than one hole.
Yeah.
Luke List is a class act, but I mean, I was honestly rooting for. I'm trying to remember who was in it.
Ludwig.
Yes, I was rooting for Ludwig or
Ben Griffin.
Ben Griffin. Couldn't remember their names because
I was also rooting for
young
Henrik
guys.
Norlander too. Just throwing that
Henrik
out.
Norlander.
Really, Henrik Norlander. Anyway,
Great
I just
guy.
five-man playoff. The odds of it goes
Another
one hole has got to
Swede.
be pretty low. There you
Yeah.
go.
I agree with
Drew
you.
Scott Stallings, just to be devil's advocate.
You'd usually think a 5-hole playoff would go like 5 holes, but that was crazy. And the fact that he
I remember on the AT&T when they played that first playoff hole, whatever Marshall said during the rules, if this goes more than one hole, which it likely will, and then Luke List just said, "Fuck no, I'm winning this right now." So
It's pretty baller.
very, very baller. All right, Lexi.
Yeah, dude. I mean, look, I'm a fan of Lexi, but this whole season she's done nothing for me. She played okay the last couple weeks, but I mean, look, she's kind of played like cheeks all year. I'm gonna say miscut big time. I'm hammering that MC line. I don't know about you guys, but that's just me.
Is she playing from the same tees?
Yes. What? Of course.
I mean, in no way do I mean to be disrespectful. I think she's a phenomenal golfer, but that'll be difficult, I think. She hits it pretty long, though, doesn't she?
yeah, she'll hit it. She might hit it as far as Kevin Roy. No offense to Kevin Roy, but she won't be that far behind him.
Well, I guess we'll see. I don't know her game well enough, but it would be crazy if she got paired with like Cameron Champ. He's hitting like 350.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
So does that mean you're going MC as well?
Yeah, what are you going with here, Cole?
Shriners, that's Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll get the Vegas lock. She'll make the cut on the number.
Dang.
There you go.
I think it'll be her week. This will be her resurgence. She makes the cut on the PGA Tour, and then she comes back to the LPGA and becomes Lexi of the old again.
All right.
Like that.
You want to go, Coop? Or you want me to go?
I'll be quick. Bo, I agree with you. Makes come the number.
We got 3 green. And you know what I'm going to say? She's going to make the cut. Not only is she going to make the cut, but she's going to overcome her chipping yips and chip in to make the cut.
Wow.
What a call.
Clip that.
Wow.
Just make sure to clip that.
About 5 hours ago, Drewby was telling me he was hammering the MC line. Now he's talking about
My decision has changed. I rethought.
I've converted him.
Yeah.
I've converted you, Drewby.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some picks.
Yeah. Who we got for DFL? I mean, I'm assuming he's in the field, Drewby, if you want to just start it up, but
Is he? I don't see his name as I'm scrolling through this. I don't think he is.
he's in it. I see it. He's the last tee time.
Oh yeah, you're
Really?
right. You know what? I am not going to pick him this week.
Okay.
I am not.
I forgot about your Gligic bit. Oh man.
And I'm going to go with a guy. It's between 2. All right. I'm going to go with a guy who really has not been. No, you know what? I'm not even going to go with him. I'm going to go with a name I've never heard before, just so I don't face any backlash here. Vijay Srinivasan, DFL.
Okay.
Don't know who he is. DFL.
All right.
Sorry, VJ.
VJ Singh.
Yeah, I was like, never heard of. All right. Look, I don't know. I mean, I just have a hunch. I'm gonna go with the winner of last week in Luke List for DFL.
Wow.
Holy shit. What a call.
Wow.
Talk about a turn of events.
That's crazy.
You know, I mean, before last week, he's kind of played like shite. So I'm going DFL.
I'm actually going to go with someone who was in that playoff. And this actually is actually will lead to a question for this guy. I think Ben Griffin will get DFL. He was so devastated after missing that putt to win on 18 on Sunday. It seemed just like everything was out of him. And look, he gave himself a chance to win during the playoff, but you knew for a fact there was no shot he was gonna win. And the story, he quit golf to eventually have a sign to bring him back to it. Does he build from it? Does he build from that emotional loss, or does he just completely falter? So I'm gonna go with the latter and see if he but I hope it doesn't.
So you're just preying on his downfall, is what you're saying.
For the sake of the podcast picks, yes, but for as a person, as a golf fan, and maybe as a fan of him, I hope not.
If you're a fan of him, you wouldn't pick him to finish last.
It's something to watch. It's a storyline for this tournament.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just giving you shit. It's fine.
All right, Drewby, who do you got?
I already gave you who I got. I got VJ.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Bobo, what's up? What you got?
Svindavindas. I can't remember his name. Kevin Tway. You know.
Really?
I just think it ain't Kevin Tway's week. I have no reason why. No reason whatsoever, but it just stuck out to my mind.
I feel like he always plays well on the West Coast.
He plays well in the wraparound. He's got
all right.
wraparound.
Interesting pick.
If you say so, then I'll go Sam Stevens.
Okay.
Who's playing with Kevin Tway.
No, okay. Stick in the same group.
All right. What do we got now? Dark horse. I'll start it up. This is a guy who's been playing some great golf the last couple weeks. Last week in particular, he was through 54 holes, was right in it. It was a Chang Do. You were going with him?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Were you actually going with him?
Yes, 100%.
Wow. Why don't you guys take them together?
All right, I'll pick them with you. I got Marty Dillon.
Go with me. Yeah. I mean, dude, he's been playing some great golf. I think he could, you never know. Maybe he can get a win, but I think he's going to be right up there.
Yeah. Coop?
Like it. I'll just say Ben Griffin is also a dark horse, just in case I'm wrong. But my actual dark horse, for the sake of the picks, he had a terrible year. Absolutely terrible year after having an amazing 2022, and he played very well last week. Hopefully this leads into another good week. Joel Damon. I hope he plays. I hope he turns it around and has a great 24.
I love that call. I think I picked him last week to win, or maybe top 10. So clearly great minds think alike. I'm going to go Isaiah Salinda. Absolute stud in college. Kind of had a slow start to his professional career, but it's been playing great the last year and a half. So I don't know how many starts he's had on tour, honestly. This could be one of his first, but I think he's going to be a breakout star this year.
I like it.
Meanwhile, I think great minds do think alike, but meanwhile, I think a couple weeks ago, I think your DFL was my winner. I forgot about that.
Well,
that may have been
we can't always be alike, Coop. Probably was, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? Top 10?
Yeah, so Drewby, you're going with me with Zachang, aka Marty Doe. All right, I like it. Yeah, lock top 10. This is another guy coming off a great season, still in search for that win. He's actually playing with Marty Doe, Patrick Rogers. He's going to be my lock top 10. Hoping one of these days he's going to win, but
Adam Svensson, lock top 10.
Classic.
Legend.
Yeah, Coop's boy.
Love him.
Coop, who you got?
Give me a second. Bo, if you got one, please go.
Eric Cole. I feel like I always pick him, but he's always a lock. Absolute stud.
I'm right there with you. I agree. Good pick.
I was back and forth from whether I wanted him for the winner, but he won last year. Give me Tom Kim in a title defense lock top 10.
Wow. I do not dislike that one bit.
Winner.
Was going for a winning week this week.
I'm ready. I've got my winner
Can we
Locked
track
up.
about real quick before the winners? Can we start like tracking these and like keep a score going?
Yeah. We need to make
Totally.
something out of this. A tally of who has the best picks throughout the season.
I am definitely winning. I just take Brian Harmon and Eric Cole every time. So
No, man,
Should we
like,
do
if
something where you can't pick a guy twice?
We
Oh,
can.
then
I like that. Also, if your DFL guy makes the cut, if we do like a point system, your DFL guy, you get negative points if he makes the cut.
I like it. And if he wins, you're just eliminated or something.
This is something we should talk about outside when we're not recording.
yeah.
Probably true.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick my winner. This is a guy who had a phenomenal year last year as well. Scott Stallings, multi-tour winner. I think this is a great fit for him this week. He's had success out here in the desert, so let's go.
Surprise. Eric Cole's winning this week.
Very
I
creative.
mean, you might as well just not even say your picks anymore. But all right. Coop, who do you got?
I'm waiting for him to win. I want to pop champagne on the show. It's so tough because it's a low key. It's a great field.
Yeah.
There's some real diamonds in the rough here. A name that stood out though. It seems like he's always on and off. Former major winner, and kind of steps up when you least think about him. Give me Webb Simpson to win this week.
I was thinking about him actually. I had a feeling someone was going to pick him. Yeah, I like that.
Webb also gained some speed. I've seen some videos from his coach of him swinging harder. Webb's hitting it further.
Let's go.
How about that? Actually, one of my
Didn't play much
roommates,
last year,
his
though.
friends. Yeah, what was the deal last? Was he injured or was he just
No,
down
he
and
wanted
out?
to work on his game, spend time with his family. That's what he said.
Good dude.
Yeah.
One of my roommates is friends with Paul Tesori, his old
His
caddy.
caddy? Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
or his ex caddy. Give me Martin Laird. He won this event a few years back. And I see Drew behind me down, but he's back, baby. Ryder Cup, he's motivated by his continent getting it done. So the Scot will take it home.
Okay.
Love that.
Martin Laird, I
So-
remember hit that ridiculous plugged bunker shot.
Martin Laird uses a 55-inch putter. That's why I remember Martin Laird. His putter is so.
It's a clown.
All right, so since we have a little bit of time, quick announcement: we may have a potential podcast co-host meetup this weekend. I may be going to see Bo play at Woodmont Country Club for who's hosting the match? Is it Georgetown that's hosting it?
Georgetown, yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come. Hopefully take some videos. I don't know who runs the Instagram in all honesty, but I'll send that over. We'll do like an Insta live. Am I even allowed to like live stream your tournaments at all?
It's a good question. I'll check, but I assume so.
Oh, will Barnes Blake be there?
Yeah, they're hosting. So regardless of how he's playing, I'm sure he'll get an individual spot or hopefully be in the lineup.
There you go. Shout out Barnes.
If I could bet college golf, hammer Bo lock top 10. Hammer.
Love it.
Yeah.
Appreciate
I'm
that.
I'm
Thanks,
hammering
boys.
the top three.
For the sake of the picks, we usually do top 10s. So
There you
Bobo
go. All
money
right, you know
line.
what? Then I'm going
I
Bo to
appreciate
win.
you guys not taking me for DFL.
yeah,
I'm
you're
going
definitely
Bo to win.
Wow, how about that? I'm not involved in this because betting is illegal, but
That is true.
I appreciate it.
That is true.
Do we got a
Can we
DFL?
technically be your NIL deal?
Ooh.
Did you walk around with
Yeah.
that in your hat?
Yeah, I should. We should make some merch and maybe I can start repping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
You guys can pay me. You guys can pay me on the side, just out of your own pockets.
Whoa. Well, we'll talk. We'll talk about potential sponsors too. Once we meet up there. Shout out Drew Carlin. Circa, great restaurants out here.
Shout out
so
Open
looking
Road
forward to that.
Distillery, new spot.
Yep.
Spectacular. I actually haven't been there, but I'll be there this weekend.
gonna-
So I'll have the full review
Based on
for
how
you.
much I love Circa, it's I'm sure it's second to none, my man. Yeah. So hopefully,
Let's go.
cross some
I
fingers.
mean, we got some great picks, guys. But you know what? That's going to do it for us. Once again, this is B9B. We'll be back with you. Should be getting a special guest coming up soon. And once again, we'll see you next time.